7 years after my wife's murder, I found a diary that changed everything. It's been over a decade, yet that day haunts me like a shadow that never fades. Mia was my everything, soft-spoken, endlessly kind, the kind of woman who made the world seem less cruel. We met on a rainy Thursday. I was soaked and frustrated, stranded outside a bookstore, when she appeared like a moment from a story, holding out her umbrella, smiling like she knew the storm wouldn't last forever. That moment turned into dinner, then love, then 5 years of marriage that felt like breathing, natural, necessary, beautiful. She brought warmth into every corner of my life. My compass, my calm, my home. That night, I came back with her favorite food, butter chicken and garlic naan. Indian takeout. Just another ordinary evening. Or so I thought. But the moment I stepped into the house, something felt wrong. The silence wasn't peace, it was dread. The air felt thick, still, hollow. And then I found her, lying on her bedroom floor, lifeless, cold. The sound that came from me, I can't even call a scream. It was something primal, the sound only grief can make. The police came. They searched, investigated, asked questions I didn't know how to answer. No forced entry, no fingerprints, no leads. Days turned into weeks, and then months. They gave it a name, a cold case. But nothing about it was cold to me. It was burning inside me, every single day. And then came the second heartbreak. The post-mortem report said she was pregnant. For weeks along. A child we had hoped for, wished for. A child she never got to tell me about. 2 lives stolen. One I never even got to meet. Years passed. My life became grayscale. I never remarried. How could I? I slept in the house like it was a mausoleum, breathing memories instead of air. 7 years later, while preparing to move, I found something that would rip open the wound all over again. A small, dusty box tucked in the back of our closet. Inside was a worn leather diary. Mia's. I never knew she kept one. As I opened it, her handwriting reached out like a ghost. Every word was a memory. How we met. Our honeymoon. Our little inside jokes. I could hear her voice in the ink. But the love letters turned heavy. Her tone shifted. Pages filled with guilt. Confusion. A name. My father. At first, I thought I was misunderstanding. But the details became too clear, too painful. While I was away for work, she had leaned on him for comfort. And somewhere in that loneliness, things crossed a line. She had fallen into something she couldn't undo. She hated herself for it. And the child she was carrying wasn't mine. I dropped the diary like it burned me. My hands wouldn't stop shaking. My own father. The man I looked up to. Trusted. The betrayal sank into my bones like poison. But I needed truth. Not just pages. Proof. So I hired a private investigator. He worked with a retired homicide detective who still had access to old evidence. They re-examined the scene. Found something missed. A smudge inside the lock. A small thing. Easy to overlook. But it wasn't mine. It wasn't hers. It was his. DNA confirmed it. My father had killed her. She had told him she planned to confess. That I deserved to know the truth. She was going to tell me that very night. He panicked. Terrified of shame. Of scandal. Of losing his precious image. He chose murder. He strangled her. Wiped his prints. Walked out. Then left me to find her. He watched me grieve. He hugged me at the funeral. He let me break while knowing exactly what he'd done. When the truth came out, he was arrested. He confessed. He'll die in prison. But no sentence will ever make this right. He didn't just kill my wife. He murdered my child. He stole my past, my future, my family. All because he couldn't bear to be seen for what he really was. Some days, I wish I never opened that box. That I never read those pages. But most days, I just wish I could see her again, just once, and tell her I forgive her, and that I still love her,